and the other one's amino acids. So they're not going nowhere. With this, like I said, it's a really good way for somebody to have a daily dose of NAD too, because if you get NAD by itself, which is phenomenal, you get it, and most of the time it's not reconstituted. You have to reconstitute. That means it's freeze dry as powder, and you have to actually put bacteriostatic water in there, and then you swirl it around, and now it's ready to go. And with that, people, they can take it from there, but some people don't know what a daily dose should be for them. So this is just laid out for you. It makes it real simple, real easy. And then you get the benefits of B12 and taurine along with it. So, you have some complementary things that are going to help you get a better result in what you're trying to do there.
What do you get out of taurine?
What do you like about taurine?
All I know is Red Bull.
Red Bull's taurine.
So the reason they put it in Red Bull is for brain function. So there's two main things that I would say that taurine is really, really good for. It just pops off my mind. One, brain function, right? And then two would be cramping. Usually taurine is good for if you're in like anti-cramping type deal.
Wow.
So that's the two things that I would take away from taurine right off the bat. But I mean, the first one would be brain function. We want you to think better with this. Like, it's that ultra mix. You're supposed to make you ultra focused. So at that point, like, that's what it does.
Am I incorrect to understand that a lot of taurine is also in sleep aid?
Yeah, it is in sleep aids too. It's in sleep aids. It's in energy drinks. It like I said, it has a lot of different function. But I think the reason they put it in sleep aids is because they want people to wake up refreshed and more concentrated in the morning, right? I mean, they don't want people to go to sleep using their product and waking up groggy the next day. That's then they're like, oh man, this didn't do anything for me. This sucks. I got to sleep, but I still feel I'm so tired. Like, what's going on here? I can't think. So that's the main drive for it.
Real quick, just for everybody at home, the merch. Mona is wearing the Titan tank top.
Love it. Love it.
Johnny's got on some merch as well.
Oh yeah.
Then obviously, Johnny's got me dressing smooth.
That's right. Looking good, man. Sophisticated. I like it. Elegant.
It's really nice to have a little collection and kind of have an option to choose what you're going to wear.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
absolutely. And feel good doing it too, right? Feel good wearing it. That's the best thing.
I started putting this on. I go, there's no way this is fitting, because this is a brand new one.
Yeah.
Then I get it on. I go, oh, it's the waistline.
Yeah.
It's a nice taper to the waistline.
Yeah.
That's what I love about those shirts.
Yeah.
It's not boxy, so it fits us right up top like it's showing the shoulders and arms. And then it cuts in. So it's like, all right, cool. It's not making us look like we got a huge waist, because that's one thing I hate about some shirts. And I don't care. I wear usually bigger shirts. Yeah.
It's tapered all the way down.
Yes. Love it. I love it.
Just any option for me to pose the arms. That's all I'm doing. I got to start this new program, and it started yesterday. I cheated a little bit. I started it last week just to kind of get my feet wet.
Yeah.
And these numbers were absolutely kicking my ass. And I know you understand this.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's fun for me to have a new program that is kicking my ass. And I'm like, ooh, hey, hello. Hello. But the instant feel to the body, everything starts to feel good. And I am staying, I backed down the Hercules Potion to once a day.
Mm-hmm.
I bumped it back up now since yesterday, Hercules Potion. I want to take us into that discussion because I started again 2 shots a day because I'm doing 2-a-days.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you okay with that? Because we
of course you can take as much you want of that.
Okay. Tell them a little bit about Hercules Potion, because I know that's something, again, no matter what, you can get this, and this is not going away.
Sure. Yeah. So this is a combination. Hercules Potion is a signature amino acid blend from Titan Medical Center, and only from Titan Medical Center. You'll never find it anywhere else. And it's a crazy combination of 9 different components. They're going to give you a pump, like the best pump you probably already had or haven't had. It's going to keep that pump for a long lasting time. It's going to help with recovery. It's going to help with liver functions. It's going to help with collagen repair and production of collagen. It's going to help with muscle building. It's going to help with anti-fatiguing, so being able to do more strenuous activity. So there's a lot of different things it's going to have. Now, what does it have in it that does these things? So we talk about glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, and L-carnitine. So these are great things. And a lot of people like, well, I could take these all oral. And I'm like, it's a way different effect. The transportation rate, getting into the body the way that it does, is the fastest that you're going to get. The absorbency is the highest you're going to get. So it's not going to be broken down the gastro tract or anything like that. The beautiful thing about this is, let's say you want to inject it in your shoulder, you're going to have results all over. If you want more instant gratification and want to pick up maybe lagging body parts per se, then you can spot inject into those muscles and work them out that day. And I'm telling you, like, if you follow like a program, like I call it my 3D program, and basically at that point, like if you do, let's say Monday, and this is my routine, chest and back. If you inject in your chest and you do chest and back, you're going to look 3D. If you do it on your biceps and triceps and do it in that day, your arms are going to look the biggest they ever have. And the beautiful thing is it lasts for a long time. So it's not something where you go into the gym, you get the pump. Now you've left the gym, 15 minutes later, you deflated down. You're like, man, what the hell happened? I was so pumped. It looked so good. It was all vascular. And that's just an effect that happens, right? With some of these different things you take orally. With this, it's going to last. So if you have a photo shoot, if you're going out to the pool or the beach and you want to pump those muscles up, you can go down, pop out 50 push-ups, and you're ready to go. Photo shoots, competitions. I mean, even if you just want to go out and look good. I mean, I know girls that inject in their calves because when they wear heels and they're wearing that dress, they want to have nice calves. So they pump them up like that. I know guys that do it too because they want to build up their calves even bigger because that's their lagging body part. I know people that have had injuries before where, let's say, they broke their femur. So they broke their femur, and when that happens, they've had this cast and leg that's been atrophied. And at that point, they have to work it back. And this will actually help them work it back faster. So just some great things. Hercules Potions, injectable. You do with a little insulin needle. It's water-based. There's no hormones, no stimulants, nothing in there that's going to affect you negatively. It's all positive effects.
Just we have somebody here that did it and recommended for me to try to do it in the body parts as well. Jeff over here, and he noticed a better connection. Can you explain why there would be a better? So he had, if I remember correctly, one chest a little less than the other, and you shot it
just
into chest.
From not being able to use it for so long.
Why don't you pull yourself in on this here so we can just see you here about South America?
Yo,
What's up, dude?
yeah, just after.
Nice hat.
Thank you.
I love it.
Shout outs, 47.
That's right.
After a little bit of an impingement, came back, feels great. Nothing. It's actually better than it was before. But
Awesome.
the side effect of not being able to use it for so long was a little bit of an imbalance. So after your recommendation from one of the lives that you guys did, I tried it out. I put the Hercules Potion there, right in my chest.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, I have never felt a pump like that in my life. And not only that, I've never felt a contraction from the mind muscle like that.
Yeah.
I didn't do cable crossovers to get this. I didn't do a ton of flies. I just went under the barbell, put 2 plates on, and that thing was juice.
So on an exercise that you normally wouldn't feel that kind of pump,
right? Yeah.
You did feel it and a better connection.
Crazy stupid, and it lasted. It didn't go away at the end of the workout like you were saying.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I like to hear, man, for sure.
Yeah,
and that's the best thing. The mind to muscle connection is everything. Yeah. And if you guys out there have not experienced mind to muscle connection, you're missing out. You're missing the boat. You're not getting the best gains or best results you possibly can if you're not experiencing this. And it's okay if you haven't, but you need to realize this and need to get with it so you can. Hercules Potion does this by increasing blood flow into the area. So when you do pump the muscle, you're pumping all that blood in there, and it's at maximum full pace, dude. Right. So at that point, and then it keeps it there and traps it in there. So at that point, you can start feeling the muscle. When you're working out, that's the first thing I told Peter when he started working out with me. I'm like, listen, you need to feel the muscle that you're working out and really concentrate on connecting with that muscle and feeling it go in and out. So, it's just something that, like I said, once people experience it, then they understand. They know what myomuscle connection is. They know exactly what to look for, how it feels, and then they can really progress where they need to. So, like I said, if you're not feeling that, if you've had problems, if you have atrophy in different areas because of injuries, motorcycle accidents, I don't know how many people I've helped with motorcycle accidents. That's shoulders that they haven't been able to move, arms. I mean, everything. So at that point, even if you have like a bicep tear, like Drew had a bicep tear. So at that point, like he was off a little symmetrically from one arm to the next. And we really started hitting one area in his bicep and we brought it back up. So it's been crazy, and like I said, it's all natural. So, there's nothing that's going to hurt you and it's all going to be benefiting you.
We're still talking about the Hercules potion.
Hercules potion. Just
Jeez.
yeah,
You gotta be
Sorry.
stupid about that.
yeah. No. I agree with you. I did notice one thing though. I did notice, and I think Jeff can kind of clarify this because he was filming. We did a triceps the other day, and I was I was attempting to do the workout, and the pump was getting in the way.
Wow.
So again, I am a nervous system. I train to more than anything else, especially at this stage of the game. I train to stimulate the nervous system more than anything else.
Right.
Now, this new plan has me stimulating the muscle as well, more than normal with these higher reps. And I was finding that, 3-4 sets in, the reps were doing its thing. The Hercules potion was doing its thing. And I'm sitting there going, I can't lift. I can't do another set. I need another minute, another 2 minutes, because they were just so pumped. I couldn't do anything. It was like ridiculous. It's just like you're standing there. So
Yes.
I felt like Drew.
And I forgot to say, I was doing triple on incline when I
felt that pump.
Triples.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 3 reps and
Yeah, it's not like you're doing 20,
15 reps, right?
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, literally, like the anti-fatigue and the ornithine in it is an anti-fatigue amino acid where it should help you do more reps. So you can be able to do a little bit more. And what I tell people what that should be, if you're doing a little bit more than you normally would, you're probably going to get a better result, right? Because you're putting in more work. So that's just one thing I tell people. I mean, everybody asks me like, where does the pump come from? Like L-citrulline, right? And arginine. And those are both precursors to nitric oxide, blood flow. They're going to increase the blood flow throughout the body. And the best thing I didn't even mention on here is the great side effect you'll get is if you have a partner at home, if you're a male, it's going to increase blood flow everywhere, even downstairs. So erection should be better too as well. And I want anybody out there to test me. Now, on my chat, I've got David Hensley, who's been a patient of Type Medical Center for I don't know how long. And he's took Hercules potion. He takes Hercules potion in his chest before he has sexual activity, just because when the girls go up, they feel each other. Oh my God, it's so rock hard. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like TMI, but that is hilarious. So I had to bring it out because he was on here. It's hilarious.
I know that people talk about before going to do a workout or just for health reasons. Some people do Tadalafil. Proper pronunciation is
Tadalafil.
Tadalafil. Yeah.
They are taking a pill or a portion of that on a daily base, which also, again, blood flow.
Right.
Now, that's something that is also at Titan Medical. And
absolutely.
But you
absolutely.
Can use that for more of a pump as well.
For sure. I mean, you can get that in sexual function. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So you can combine the two if you really want. I mean, the most extreme pump I guess you've ever had. I mean, to really get working, but you take 1 or 2 shots of Hercules potion, you're gonna be moving. If you take Tadalafil, I mean, you're gonna be maximum blood flow. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, we even make another libido enhancer that has sildenafil, which is Viagra's active ingredient, with arginine. So that right there is another big blood flow. Like that one we made to increase blood flow with the vasodilator in the sildenafil. So that one's like, that's what we call it Iron Man. You should be like iron at that point. So, there's a whole bunch of different combinations that we can do for patients that, some people like Tadalafil better than sildenafil. Hey, then we can utilize that. They don't like those drugs. They can use Hercules potion by itself. They want to use both of them. That's the best thing. it's totally up to the patient at that point for a personalized regimen and what makes them feel the best, what we know is going to be safe for them and be healthy for them too as well. So I mean that's the biggest thing. So I mean utilizing those drugs I think are game changers too if you really want to.
What are your thoughts on ginseng? Because there's all those over-the-counter ginseng powders that you can get.
I'd love to believe in the Chinese herbs and everything, but I took ginseng when I was younger. Because that was a big thing, right? Ginseng shots when they came out from GNC. Me myself personally, I didn't get any benefits from ginseng that I could say, oh man, this did something better for me, like erection wise or libido wise, or maybe more energy, whatever it is. And I never got any effect from that. Now, I haven't looked for any studies on ginseng. I will look it up for you just to see, hey, listen, has there been any studies on ginseng improving libido, and has it been proven to some extent? I just don't know if it has, so I really can't speak on it.
See this, and where did you? It's one. Okay.
And I've
Always heard that.
Always heard it. Yeah.
Are these pills that are what do they call them? The gas station pills? Is that something that always has a little bit in it?
I don't know about that.
Okay, but I know they have like Yohimbe's.
Yeah.
Yohimbe's a big. I've been using Yohimbe since the 80s, and what we would do, because you were talking about the Chinese medicine, we would do is there was in Seattle. It's got a great Japanese in Chinatown there and stuff, and we would get ginger. They actually Yohimbe bark.
Yeah,
we dip it
as
good. We are training the actual the root and stuff. And man, you talk about, first of all, I was blessed to have probably the best powerlifting gym in the world, and then we're dipping this Yohimbe and we're yelling and smacking each other in the heads and lifting. So
that's great.
I can't say if it did much for my junk because I was 18, 19 years old. It was working fine. So
at that point, I don't think you asked,
probably should have backed down a little bit. Might have saved me some weekends.
We do have Yohimbe in two different products. So our ECA Stack Plus. So we have a low and a high dose, right? So we have the pink ones and a blue and white one, which is the high dose. Now we have an ultra dose, and we don't advertise it out there because we don't want patients going to the most highest dose if they don't need it. Because some people have a very low tolerance and they say, yeah, I can take high dose, and they take it like, oh my God, I need to go to the hospital or something that extreme. So at that point, like we have it for people like, hey, listen, the blue and white one, I need something a little bit more. So at that point, it's got the ephedrine at 200 milligrams. Excuse me. It's got caffeine at 200 milligrams, ephedrine at 25 milligrams, aspirin at 30 milligrams, 1,000 micrograms of B12, 1,000 micrograms of B12. Yeah, that's right. And then Yohimbe at 5 milligrams. So it's really, really good. So if people don't know what Yohimbe is good for, Yohimbe could be a stimulant effect, so it can help out there. 2, they say, the combination with caffeine can actually help with burning fat in the body. That's another big one. And then an aphrodisiac. That's what they say for the third one. I don't really get that effect, I think, from Yohimbe, but some people do. And if you take too much Yohimbe, you'll be overstimulated, and you definitely won't be having an erection for sure.
I noticed that for at least me, and it might be a mental thing, but Yohimbe itself is it's a leg day or deadlift day. Yeah, because it gets me a little aggressive.
Yeah,
and so for me, I always like to train. I'm an emotional trainer, so I don't want to be the same guy outside the gym that I am inside. I'm a little bit more intense, ready to, get nasty. So that Yohimbe. So this is something for you guys to look at again for his stack with the Yohimbe in there, and try something like that. Notice that you've got a low dose, so you start with the low dose and then go from there. Yeah. And I know that's something that you helped. It was your beautiful wife that set it up. She goes, you asked me, hey, Mike, how are you feeling? I said, terrible. But I was dieting. I'm training today. I was trying to get ready. And anytime you get ready for a step on stage at that level, you feel bad. And then you guys sent me some, and man, that changed everything.
Oh, yeah.
I was flying through the day. I'm like, wow. 1 tablet in the morning, done.
Yep. I mean, that's my go-to for sure. That's what gets me going all day. I've been taking them for 8 or 9 years, I think. So, I mean, I can get off them too. So I've got off them in times just to see, hey, listen, now how am I going to feel? Right. I've been taking these things for 5-6 months per se. I'm like, all right, let me get off them. Just say, I want to just, cut off the caffeine. And I wasn't overdosing on caffeine either, because you can take up to 400 milligrams per day of caffeine in a normal diet. So at that point, like for me, I'm like, all right, cool. Like I've only taken 200 milligrams per day. I am taking another stimulant. So let me just see how it goes. And honestly, I really don't feel like even after you take the medication, like later on in the day, you don't feel crashed.
The drop.
Like, other things that you take like that, you feel good and zing, and then you crash and burn. So, that's the other thing that you will not get with taking CXC Plus.
I agree with you. And then what I'll do just for you guys at home is I do it 4 days a week on the lifting days.
Yep.
And on the days I don't do it, I don't do it. So it kind of gives me a little bump for the day. So it's great. Are you helping out, Titan? Jeff, you see this?
He put the headset on.
He's got the headset over here and everything.
Titan AV director.
Johnny, you got some extra news. I know that we're training this week. I don't know if you can talk about your week coming up.
Sure. So tomorrow we're leaving for Turks and Caicos to take Charisse on her birthday trip. I usually do it every year. Me, her, and Peter are going. And at that point, we're going to go out and head out tomorrow. We're going to fly out tomorrow. Just at that point, go there, relax, kind of, celebrate her birthday, come back and be refreshed and ready to go. So we're only going from Wednesday to Sunday. So we're, from days off of work, I guess it would be 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then back Monday. So we're ready to go for the office. But yeah, I think it's going to be good. I love Turks and Caicos. It's my favorite island to go to in the world right now. Like I've been to pretty much everywhere except for like the Maldives. So, it's definitely got a place in my heart for sure. I wouldn't mind retiring there, or even going to live there for a couple months out of the year. That's just how nice it is. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, obviously, like I said, today kind of went like for a curveball for me. I'm like, oh my God, like, they're going to admit my dad into the hospital now, and he's going to be in there for 2 days, and I'm not going to be here. So I'm like, man, me and Sharice are lining up people left and right that we know that are going to go check on him, let out the dogs. Because usually he's home, he's letting out the dogs. It's not a problem. Even through this chemo thing, he's still getting up, getting around doing that. But if he's not there, at that point, I need some other people. So luckily I had my mom. Sharice has her mom. I've got some good employees and some other good people around me, like my driver and stuff like that. My limo driver, Mike, he's the best, so whenever I need somebody driven or anything like that, Mike is always there. So that's good benefit for me. But yeah, man, that's it. I'm gonna capture some ridiculous footage while I'm out there. I always do. And we're gonna make some memories, man. Like I said, that's the biggest thing for me is like, especially after seeing my dad go through what he is, like we have very limited amount of time on this earth. And at that point, like you need to take advantage of this time because you don't know when your time is up. And the clock, you punch out and you don't even know you're going to be going. So, for me, I want to spend more time with my family, my friends, my loved ones. Obviously, I want to work and kill it too. I'm never going to stop that. I still want to dominate in the world and what we're doing and in other areas like we've talked about, and even more areas expanding out from there. So like, I always want to keep a full plate, but I want to make sure that I have that time, that I say, hey, listen, if I have to go where I'm dying somewhere, I'm like, listen, I did all these good things, right? I know I hit these milestones. So that's the biggest thing for me. And then having, Peter and them set up, that's the other big thing for me. So that's all I'm working to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from us, we watch you guys and how the family is and how you guys are running the company. And you're right. You got some great people out there. The staff at Titan Medical, not just your wellness providers, but the people that are helping you go through the process, the
medical assistants and everything. Yeah. I mean, everybody plays a vital role, man. Without the team, you ain't got no dream. So it's one thing that I really appreciate. And 12 years in, so it's been a long time and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, this last weekend we absolutely killed it. So Titan Medical Center presented the Tampa Bay Swim Week 2024 here Friday and Saturday, and then I've showed you some of the videos. But like all the pictures back from ridiculous. It was an awesome amount of content. Our design straight killed it. I think, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but definitely the best designer there for sure. And model wise, I think too, as well.
I mean, that's big time because it's Florida, and you got beautiful people there. So
Yes.
congratulations
Oh, yeah,
on
for sure.
um,
Thanks, man. Thanks.
yeah, we saw so much, and I know my guys team was really watching. And offered everything. For everybody out there, we will be in Vegas October
Yeah. It's October 10th.
October, like what, 10th through the 13th?
13th, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Hold on, let me look and see what it is.
So we will be at the Mr. Olympia. We will have a
Yep,
nice
that's it.
20 by 30 booth. You will
Oh,
be able to
yeah.
find it easily.
Yep.
And we will be there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
And then Sunday, we're taking you guys to Bagel Mania to eat, so we can go
Finally.
celebrate.
Yes.
Most likely, because we'll have our team there as well, helping out. So, okay, yes.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Bring
But
him
we'll
in.
be at the Olympia. I'm
Bring him in,
really
Jeff.
excited about this year.
Me too. Me
'Cause
too.
we-
I'm super pumped. Like I said, even just with I know the outfits the people are gonna already wear right now. Like I already got that design. I'm gonna have some killer outfits, some killer girls, and some killer tight medical bikinis. You know, we're gonna be there. I mean, it's gonna be a good one. 60th anniversary Olympia too. This will be something special, I think. I think everybody will be flocking to Vegas for it. So I think we're gonna get a lot of exposure there. I think we're gonna, get to meet a lot of our supporters, fans, and patients. It'd be awesome.
And then we'll have this munchkin there as
Hey,
well with
you wanna
I
us.
go to
love
Vegas?
it.
You want to go to Vegas? Get some gambling?
No, I'm gonna talk for that day.
You're gonna talk for that day?
He's ready to go. I gotta see him
ready.
together. That's what I want to do next time we're out there. I want Peter to teach him to throw and hit.
No problem. No problem.
Right?
Yeah, that was something that yesterday, man. I got to take Peter for his baseball, his pitching, and his hitting. So his arms finally, he's whipping the ball, man.
Oh, nice.
His arms, he's like an octopus. They're just extending and go. I'm like, man, it's crazy.
How tall is he now?
He's like 6'3" maybe right now. I mean, I don't know. He's right around there. I mean, he's 15, so hopefully he'll get like another inch or two. He's like, man, I want more inches than that. He wants 9 inches like Dennis Rodman did when he was in college. I'm like, you're not going to get 9 inches, man. I'm like, he's like, man, I'm like, you're going to get maybe 2 more inches. So just be grateful if you do get those 2 inches. And at that point, you'll be 6'4", 6'5". So, it is what it is. I mean, at that's still pretty tall, right? I mean, that's a good height.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll put the body on you, which he's been training hard. I've been really proud of him. He's been really working in there trying to put the body on. So, he just keeps.
Is a friend, and he's probably one of the biggest baseball players I've ever seen. Just both. I know there's taller guys, but he's just a thick, big human.
Yeah.
And he's a good 6'4".
Yep.
He looks bigger because he's really wide and stuff like
Right.
that. But with him, with your son who's now 15, he was going through a process with his shoulder, correct?
Yep. He had a stress fracture in his shoulder, in his growth plate. He had a stress fracture in his growth plate. So like people are like, oh, like what did he tear? What did he tear? He didn't tear anything. So it wasn't like he had a slab tear. He didn't have a labrum tear. It was in the growth plate. And this does happen to the kids that grow fast and they're using their arms. So, for Peter, he, in Florida, like for me, when I was growing up, we had seasons. So you didn't play baseball 24/7. You played other sports in between. Here in Florida, and I'm sure it's out there the exact same way, they can play 24/7, and these sports play 24/7. And these coaches expect the kids play 24/7. And I do believe, especially after this, like luckily it wasn't a tear, but I was like, you need a little bit of a break. You need a little bit of a break, I think. It's all about the recovery process that we talk about. Like you're straining the arm, you're straining the arm, you're straining the arm. You do this for months and months on end because you're practicing, you're playing games, you're putting wear and tear on the arm. Even if you're not damaging it, it's just like a tire. Yeah, that tread's going to get wore down eventually. It might be happening when you're my age, like it did for me. But at this point, like you want to take care of your arm as much as possible. And if you do give your arm rest, it will, it won't break down on you probably. And you're going to be able to keep it healthy all the time. So, I tell him, I'm like, man, rest recovery. I was like, you gotta use the recovery. I mean, everything from stem units to ice to heat. I mean,
Yeah.
Epsom salt. Like I believe in all that. I'm like, the more you do, the better you are. It is what it is.
I love it. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
as a parent, I know that it's one of the hardest things is you got to stop somebody that loves it, and
Yeah.
you got to put the leash around and go no, 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 and try to hold them back a little bit.
Right.
And that's
Right.
got to be tough, tough, tough.
Yeah.
And so, as a parent, did you try to up his food at that time? Did you try to do anything besides pulling
Sure.
him off training?
Sure. So I mean, I wanted to keep his calories decent because I didn't want him losing any weight from where he was at. Like that was my biggest thing. Like we worked so hard to like put on weight, and it's harder to put on good weight, like muscle. So
Yeah.
obviously you know that it's easier to burn fat. So
Right.
I told him we'll up the calories a little bit, but nothing too extreme where I don't want too much fat because he's not doing as much cardio or being as active as I think he could possibly be right now. He's training, yes, and now I want to up his food up even more because he is training. So, but I upped up a little bit. I mean, my biggest thing was protein shakes with him.
Okay.
And incorporating maybe one more in the day, where he's getting a little bit more protein, he's getting a little bit more calories. I let him eat, kind of what he's want. Now he's eating X Factor meals, so I'm happy as hell right now. Like
Yeah.
I've tried every kind of meal company with him, and luckily, like this one fit. And listen, all of them have their goods and their bads, I guess, right? And people might like this one or might like that one. I don't personally use them, but at that point, like, hey, I'll buy it for $300. Man, that saves me a ton of money from Uber Eats, from Sharice order him crazy food every night.
Right.
It lessens my garbage, so I'm not taking up 3 garbage cans every damn couple of days. And then he's eating healthy, so at least I can control the calorie count, portion control. It's already there, and now we can really, really be precise in what we're doing. So I'm happy about that for sure. I mean, like. I'm like, man, you like these? I'm like, order them, Sharice, order them. And she likes them too. So those are the two that, me, I'm regimented. You know who I am. Those two, no way. So I'm so happy. I'm happy as hell that this is working for them.
Just for anybody out there that's like a parent or you're trying to get your training partner to eat better and stuff like that, Johnny is in this world of health and fitness, and his job, really is helping people optimize their health. And so I just like the fact that you're also a father trying to do the very best you can, and it's never perfect and it's never just easy as can be. So it's great that you have somebody that's so focused on his sport, but you're helping him. And I know this, and I saw this, and it was a good trick John did. I'll tell all of you guys, so use this and then give him credit for it, is that when you were trying to take his calories up, you were like, every day when you do a shake, you make sure that he does that one shake with you a day. So he gets in that 50 or 60 grams of protein, which is great. And then a couple meals during the day, and he's golden. So it's just a nice thing that you did it at that time. So for you guys out there, if you're trying to get your kids to eat more and do something, try to share that meal with them or a protein drink. I love protein drinks.
Me too.
It's so beneficial and easy.
For sure.
Throw it in there mostly if you're off season and you want to get an extra calories in there.
It's definitely good. I mean, man, and the protein count, if you've been trying to cut, I mean, you could throw those protein drinks in there as meal replacement in some aspects. But for him, like I want to do it at night for him because obviously your body's still functioning at night, and obviously your body still needs protein. So at that point, like even before bed, like make him down a protein shake, which I did, and that worked very well too. So, it's something, whatever can work. Even I got a protein chips because he's eating Doritos and all this. I'm like, man, there's no way you're eating this no more. So go online, get some Quest chips, some of these other pop chips that have a good, and they might be 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, which but you're getting protein, and it's better than the alternative of what you're eating that has even more sodium than that and has no benefit for you whatsoever. So he switched to that too. So he's coming along. And I didn't even get this. I don't even know if you guys got to see Peter's hair. I showed you, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I did.
I think it's
man. So so that was a like out of left field when he was like, he told me and his mom, he's like, I want to shave my head. And I was like, I want to dye it platinum blonde. I was like, what? I'm like, your hair is long, like we're growing it back out. Like, no, I was like, all right, cool. I was like, if you're down with it, hey, I'm good with that. And he told me the reason he wanted to do it was because he wanted to lock in. He wanted like all the girls not to look at him. He wanted just a fresh start. And I'm like, that's great. I'm like, but the reality is they're going to look at you even more now.
Yeah.
You're going to stand out even more with this hair.
Yeah.
So just be ready. And at that point, you'll be good to go. And he's like, yeah, I'm set. So, he's been treated like a fresh start. He's getting right back into baseball. He's raring to get on that field. So, I think it's going to pump him up. So I was like I said, I think every kid should shave their head once in a while. And if you really want a fresh restart in your life, or you're like, I need a fresh start. You know what they do in the military? And I went through military school, and this is the first thing they do to you. First thing they do is shave your head.
Yeah.
The whole point is to break you down so they can build you back up. So if you want a fresh start, shave your damn head. Be free. And at that point, grow it out and then and work on yourself as you do it. I mean, it's crazy. As we get older, I wouldn't advise that because your hair might not grow back. But when you're younger, for sure.
I love it, man. Johnny, thank you so much for hanging today, brother.
Of course, man. Of course. Always a great time with you guys. I appreciate it. Titan Mona, you too.
World.
That was Peter.
Where's Peter?
Peter's got the shaved head now. I did see the day it happened because if you viewers, his son is this good-looking cat, but he had this long dark hair, and then he just buzzed it and put a little Billy Idol action onto the,
Yeah.
And he's such a good-looking guy,
Yeah.
So it's like, now it's all face. He's like, those girls are gonna be calling even more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And wait till we get back from Turkey. He's gonna be tan. And he's already tan. He's got olive skin already, but he's gonna be even more tanner. And then it's just gonna be like light on top. It's gonna be hilarious.
I love it, brother. Have a great trip and keep sending us
Thanks,
pics
guys.
over there.
For sure. I definitely will, man. I'll be in touch with you. I'll talk to you later on today. And I hope Panda's all right. That was one thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, we get her later tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Awesome.
brother.
All right.
Of course. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Come here. All right. Thanks, kiddo.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Abby. That's so
Go for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, you're so sweet. Are we still on there?
Hercules Potion,
Yeah.
Booyah.
Titan Ultra,
Titan Ultra.
and Tessa Moreland.
Tessa Moreland.
Tessa Moreland. So those were the three things that we talked about a lot.
Who's calling on a computer?
You're on here.
Alright. And so
Yeah.
Did you want to show them your abs?
Uh-oh. He's hitting the
ab
shot.
Check. Ab check.
Oh! You guys hit up Titan Medical. Let us know as this guy's posing over here.
Molly spelled my butt.
No.
Molly.
Greetings. Oh, Poland. Hello. We have any questions here, Jeff?
Let's find out.
Please tell me you blocked Bobo if he's here.
Oh, he can't be
Where's
here.
Bobo?
He's been blocked.
Come
Say,
here.
where's Bobo?
No.
So where is Bobo?
Sit.
Here, here's your glasses.
Oh.
You want your glasses? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What kind of questions you guys got for us?
Oh, yeah.
Did you just do
Yeah.
Macho Man?
You see there?
Oh,
What's the-
yeah.
What's up?
What do you got, Jeffrey?
Okay.
Who's on the new plan? Day 2 on this bad boy, which has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the nutrition again for you guys. I would recommend taking this opportunity to make sure that nutrition is tightened up a bit. That's what I did. I'm tightening it up a bit.
It is a big plane. He's watching the planes.
He's watching the planes. I tightened it up quite a bit so I can get ready for, again, we got the Olympia here. So coming into that show for me in contest shape is the goal. Nothing, Jeff? All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys this week. We'll hit you guys all up on Thursday for a little live.
That's right.
Sound
Make
good?
sure you sign up for the new program. All links are in bios everywhere, and all social media platforms. You should be able to find it. And then, if you have questions, you know what to do. Ask in the Titan crew, and we will be there to answer all your questions, guys.
See you guys.